Hey guys, in this video we're gonna be checking out the top 10 best board games for families that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research, and I've listed them based on quality, durability, price, and more. I've included options for every type of consumer, so if you're looking for an entry-level option or the best product money can buy, we all have the product for you. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 10, we have the Catan. Catan is a popular board game perfect for families who favor more cerebral games of strategy. Best for tweens, teens and adults due to its complexity, Catan enables players to build their own cities and settlements while collecting victory points for different cultural achievements throughout the game. This game has you compete for resources to build roads, and eventually mini empires. On a board you can set up multiple ways and expand with different expansion packs, says Corey Baldwin, the Forbes-vetted director of content and strategy. The list of rules is long, but it's easy enough to pick up as you go. I won the game my first time playing, with luck and strategy seeming to have equal sway on the outcome. Moving on at number 9, we have the Trivial Pursuit Family Edition. Trivial Pursuit skyrocketed to success in the 1980s, but all the game did was frustrate me as a kid, because, of course, I didn't know any answers to the difficult trivia questions written for adults. Luckily, today's kids and families can fare far better earning those tiny, coveted wedges you add to your circular game piece when you answer questions correctly in each category. Trivial Pursuit Family Edition features trivia questions in categories ranging from sports and leisure to science and nature, and the genius part is, there's a separate set of cards geared for kids and a set of cards for adults. This is a fun and educational game to play as a family, since you're bound to learn something new, even from a younger player, in this battle of wits. At number 8, we have the Richard Scarry's Busytown I Found It game. I played this game daily with my kids when they were preschoolers, and they were delighted to find the Richard Scarry characters from their favorite books depicted on the giant board game that measures over 6 feet long when assembled. Characters like Lowly Worm and Huckle Cat help Goldbug find hidden objects to fuel their race toward Picnic Island. The goal is to catch the ferry to the island before the pigs eat all the food. In addition to being fun, the game promotes teamwork and resourcefulness, since players need to work together to spot hundreds of items in Busytown before time runs out. At number 7, we have the Pete the Cat the Missing Cupcakes game. Thanks to Pete the Cat books, my son learned to read as a preschooler. He loved this groovy feline and his quirky cast of friends, and this board game brings the characters to life as they attempt to get Pete's missing cupcakes back from Grumpy Toad. Players must sing songs, act out clues, name favorite foods and animals along the way, making each space on the board a learning opportunity, not merely a landing spot. The three-dimensional cupcake game pieces are a sweet added touch, and collecting them for Pete's cupcake party is sure to delight young kids. At number 6, we have the Ticket to Ride Europe. If your teen is considering a gap year to tour Europe, quench their wanderlust with a game of Ticket to Ride Europe Edition. The Ticket to Ride board games overall are so well designed, with just enough strategy, intrigue and excitement, and I love the little miniature trains and stations, says Sholene Demarwala, a Forbes-vetted home and kitchen gear editor. And unlike Catan, a Ticket to Ride game doesn't go on for more than an hour, which means you can easily pack in a couple of rounds before everyone is officially bored. Most teens will be willing to set an hour aside to play this game that's a combination of strategy and luck. Players work to build train tracks that connect European cities, earning more points the longer the route gets, all while trying to fulfill their destination tickets. The rules and details of the game are definitely geared toward older kids, which is a good thing for teens who appreciate a good challenge. At number 5, we have the Telestrations. Telestrations is a hybrid of the games Telephone and Pictionary, and a board game that teens will actually want to play, which is half the battle. In my research, many parents of teens told me this was their go-to game to get the teen members of their family to actually agree to playing a family board game. It's quick and easy with a big payoff of lots of laughter. Each player tries to draw a picture in their erasable sketchbook that illustrates their secret word. Players then pass their sketchbook to the person next to them, who tries to guess what they drew, writes their guess in the book and passes it again. The next player draws the word the last guesser wrote down. Once the book arrives to its original owner, it's so funny to see how the original intent of the drawing was likely misinterpreted by all the other players. No need to be a professional artist to play, as it's the more obscure drawings that garner the most belly laughs. At number 4, we have the Monopoly board game, the Classic Edition. Everyone remembers playing Monopoly as a kid and using stacks of colorful play money to win big in real estate. Lofty financial concepts become child's play in the mission to bankrupt other players by purchasing, selling and developing the most property, and by avoiding going to jail in the process. There are many themed editions of Monopoly, from Star Wars and Stranger Things to Fortnite and Disney villains, so you can put a new spin on an old classic and find the board that best suits your family's interests. If you have young kids, start with Monopoly Junior, a simplified version of the game geared for ages 5 and up. As a kid, our family Monopoly games sometimes spanned days, so I was really excited to introduce my kids to this classic, says Rose Gordon-Sala, the baby and kids gear editor at Forbes Vetted. My older two, ages 7 and 9, are already big fans and always trying to cajole other family members to play with them. At number 3, we have the retro series Clue 1986 edition game. I recently purchased Clue and played for the first time since my childhood with my own kids. It was nostalgic to revisit the timeless murder mysteries that I tried to decode in my youth, committed by the likes of Miss Peacock and Professor Plum. I enjoyed watching my son and daughter methodically decipher a game that tests their wit, memory, listening and reasoning skills. The classic mystery game affords plenty of head-scratching good fun as players gather evidence and use the process of elimination to figure out who committed a crime. Only the little envelope marked "Confidential" holding the final clues knows. I have some great memories of playing Clue with my family growing up, adds Karen Tietjen, updates editor at Forbes Vetted. I love a good story, which is why I enjoyed the game so much. It's a new mystery every time. While admittedly I haven't played it in years, I'd like to get my hands on this Harry Potter edition for some extra magical fun. At number 2, we have the All of Us. From the creators of What Do You Meme? Comes this newer board game on the block. All of Us is the quintessential game to play with multiple generations in your family. Teams of players compete to answer trivia questions geared to boomers, millennials and members of Generation X and Generation Z. So it's to your advantage to stack your team with players of all different ages to answer the questions relevant to their generation. What I love the most about this game is that everyone learns from each other and can respect the knowledge and experiences of each generation. Questions truly span the ages and range in topics from pop culture to politics. Each player will have something valuable to contribute in their own right, making this a game families can feel good about playing together. And finally at number 1, we have the Qwirkle. Family members young and old alike will enjoy a game of Qwirkle. Players strategically match colors and shapes to score points in this game that's low-key and easy to learn, while also being highly engaging and inclusive of all skill levels. Qwirkle is a great game to have handy to play with grandparents, as it offers more of a bonding experience rather than a competitive race to see who wins. Sure, points are accumulated based on where you choose to place your tiles according to shape and color, but this is the type of board game you can play with loved ones while simultaneously having meaningful conversations. Thanks you for watching guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video is helpful to you, please make sure like, comment and subscribe. If you have any question related to this product you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.